which brings me to my favorite part of the evening. This is where I get to learn all sorts of cool stuff, and I brought two gentlemen on today who are going to teach us some stuff which I think is going to be pretty awesome. And it's all about storytelling and how to use video and stories in your business to really engage people and to bring them to you. So these are not ordinary men that we've got here with you today. So I thought I might just give you a bit of background about them as well too. Go and Google them as well too. There's all sorts of good stuff in Google. It's not on the first page. You always find the really good stuff on page 259. That's where it's all hidden. But this is some of what I found, at least anyway. So both of them are sort of leaders and coaches and in the space of how to have a profitable business through brand awareness and sales improvement. So they've got about 53 years experience between them. Look at them. They don't even look that old. But yes, they have 53 years experience knowing how to focus on some of the hidden Hollywood gem to unleash that power of storytelling to improve your brand awareness and your exposure and result in higher profitability for your business. So let's find out a bit about these two here. So Steve, give us a wave, Steve. He's born in Montreal. You may tell that by his accent when you hear him speak. And he has been a citizen of the world from a very young age. So he's traveled extensively. But what is really interesting about Steve is that you may have seen him previously. So any of you that have watched CSI, Prison Break, Wolverine, anyone seen any of those films there? This man was in it. So you might have to go and watch it again to sort of see which character he was, but he was definitely there. But when you listen to him, listen to his voice, because what you may discover is he has a remarkable resemblance to a dog. Not any dog, but Scooby-Doo. So Steve is the voice of Scooby-Doo, true story. So, so we have entertainment royalty with us here tonight. Then we've got David, who is no less of a star as well too. He's originally grew up in Dublin in Ireland, although you cannot tell by his accent. He's hidden it very well, as you'll hear as we bring him on. But he came down to Australia and he got ensconced into the Australian acting shows and TV sitcoms. And any of you that have got children may recognize him from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Yes, he was in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And as well as some other films like Dangerous Liaisons, Behind Mansion Walls. And have a look at him. He was also a junkie in a movie called Dusk. So, and he played the part so well that he fooled so many people that thought he actually was a junkie. So these two here are masters at storytelling. They have been in front of the screen. These days, they spend a lot more time behind the screen, helping businesses like ours to craft our stories to become highly visible, to be entertaining, to be something different, but more than ever to tell a story. So let's put our hands together and welcome to the stage Steve Belzois and David Phillips.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Nick. To everyone here, everyone on Facebook Live, I am excited to be here. And what I would like is for all you to choose to be excited as well, because together, we are going to go on a thrill ride of the business kind. We are going to go through some great things that will help you change the way you do business, transform your thinking about business growth, and it will be super interactive. The more you are involved, the more you will understand what you're doing, what you need to be doing, and what you're not doing to grow your sales and reach financial freedom. I like to call this chatterboxing. Now, the success of a business is not based on how you sell your product or service. It is actually based on how you develop, harness, and enhance the relationship with your new and existing customers. Let's face it, guys. Developing a relationship, let alone a customer relationship, it takes time, months, and years, if not that. The fact is, who here actually has time to develop harness and enhance the relationship with each and every customer every hour by the hour. Go ahead and put your hand up if you can do that and still run a successful and profitable business and enjoy your life. As a business owner, we know we don't have the luxury to spend hours or days or months on every customer. Well, what if I tell you guys that you can do that with every customer, whether they are new customers, existing customers, or customers that you once had and have not come back? What if I tell you that you can do all that while relaxing by the poolside or wherever you choose to relax with your loved ones or your family? Or better yet, what if I tell you you can do all that while increasing your sales 4 times what you're doing now, improve your brand, your product, your service exposure or awareness exponentially, and you can enhance your customer engagement while you get the power to choose what you would like to do every minute of every day from this point forward. Now, who here would love that to happen in their lives and their business? Go ahead, put your hand up or say it on the chat box.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, guys. So the first thing we need to do is understand what marketing is not. We have been institutionalized to learn a certain format of what marketing is not. And here is the facts. Marketing is not bringing in more customers. Marketing is not growing business consistently. It is not making people know about you, and it's definitely not making them buy from you. This is where businesses go wrong. You spend thousands of dollars on print media, magazines, flyers, Google ads to do all that, and you may have experienced that you're nowhere near financial freedom. And if you don't believe me, it's okay. What I would like you to do is hop onto any Google site, any Facebook site, any kind of social media site, and see if Coca-Cola, Microsoft, or McDonald's pays for these click per cost ads. You won't find it at all. Now, what these 3 multi-billion-dollar companies have in common is the power of storytelling. Now, go back to those sites. As I mentioned before, search for those 3 companies or any other massively successful company. And what you will find is visual experiences using power words and the notion of telling a story. Coca-Cola is the best at this. When you get a chance, visit this website. Let me just grab the link. I'm just going to pop it onto the chat box here. Go ahead and visit that YouTube link. And here is what you'll see. Coca-Cola telling a story in 1970 using the elements that actually develop, harness, and enhance the relationship with the customers. And in 1990, they did it all again with the reunion. Get it? A reunion. So what do you think these elements of a reunion actually are? Go ahead. Let me know in the chat box. What are the elements of a reunion? Okay. Anyone on the chat box? Absolutely. The song itself. Absolutely. That's it. So what it is all about, family, friends, is the fact that it is a connection with other human beings. So let me share you my screen right now and have a reunion together, guys. Let me just go up to the shared window. Okay. So everyone should be able to see my screen there. Awesome. Okay. So here's the thing. Everybody has a story. And today, this is going to be our reunion story. It's about the fact that businesses, in a business, your story can become your product or your service. People are drawn to stories. Without a story, things become boring. They become underrated. They have no way of actually being validated. Now, businesses can still run, and that's why you guys are doing so well in what you're doing. The thing is, though, if businesses are only running on the customer story, and we know that customer stories change based on their mood that day, no business can actually prosper or successfully continue to exist with their own story. Now, whether that story is that of your business, the product or service, without a story, you have no real business, because stories create bonds. They create that familiarity. They create the reinforcement of the community. The fact is that stories allow people to experience and listen to the wow of your product, your service, your tale. Now, 95% of everything we do during our day is done through the analytical part of our brain. And of course, we know that the cortex, all it does is rationalize everything that we read, see, hear. It tries to make logic, but nothing else happens in our analytical process. The thing is that it's the emotional part of our brain, known as the limbic system, that makes all our decisions. It controls all human behavior. There's just one problem. That 5% of the brain we use, it's feeling based. So consider this. If your product does a great thing for your customer and you ask them to refer you or provide you with feedback, the chances are they won't unless they have a good feeling towards the product, not because they were asked. Stories validate us, they connect us, and they emotionally charge us. So remember this as we continue through our journey, our reunion today. People will buy off emotion and then justify it with logic. And we've all done it. Every person has gone out, bought something great, bought a new toy, a new gizmo and gadget, gone home, showed it to their better half. And then there was like, why did you spend all that money on that? And then you try to find reason to explain to your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, why you bought that. We all do this. So to make this work, you need a 5-point plan that really connects to the emotional side of your customer. There's no different from how you've developed a relationship with your spouse, with your boyfriend, girlfriend, with your business partner, your friend, even your children. We actually develop an emotional connection through the power of words and through the power of telling a story to those groups of people. We actually attract. Now bring this to your business. From a business perspective, you need to attract customers through the power of words to create that relationship. And you need to do it through a system that has been proven. We have, and over the many years, Hollywood uses this system perfectly. It's called the STORY. So what does this STORY actually mean, guys? And what does it really represent? Well, S is for strategy. It's the actual plan that attracts and nurtures. You need to have a blueprint of how it's going to work for you. T is the teaser, the thing that really works. It teases people into wanting, needing, and desiring more. It is actually designed to influence the emotional part of a person's brain. Of course, O is something we all look forward to. That is the ovation, the enthusiastic appreciation that we get when customers love what they see, what they hear. R is the resonating. And this is very important, guys. We are, as human beings, hardwired to be enticed and accept things that connect, that resonate with us. And it resonates with our wants, needs, and desires. And this is where the buying action occurs. The final component of our STORY is, of course, the little known gem that is one of the biggest secrets in every successful business. And that is the yellowback. Now, this is a word only used within Hollywood. And what yellowback actually means is a truism. And what is a truism? Well, it's that remarkable experience that the audience, your customers, believe is so true by having or getting what you offer, that they believe it to be so honestly desirable that if they do it, get it, want it, they will be at a point where you will help them and they will become whatever their own desires are. And this is why the power of storytelling, this is why movies have so many loyal paying fans, because of this hidden secret gem called the yellowback. This is why people wish to be like Thor, or go crazy with Angelina Jolie, or buy hundreds of dollars of merchandise from the latest Marvel movie or the Lord of the Rings, or any movie that you yourself have experienced and then thought, gee, I want to buy that product because X is selling that product. Because of the truism of greatness that is created, making people believe what they see is what they actually wish for, and having what they saw and wished for makes them emotionally charged with the belief that being that, or having that product or service, or feeling that product or service actually makes them a better person. Now, everything we talk about in terms of actually growing your business comes down to the emotional charge of the customer's need to desire and wish to have more. We call this the STORY of success, and it could be applied in everywhere in your life, not just your business. We know that we have a wonderful person who's part of today's show, who is also a writer, but also teaches students. The thing about the power of storytelling, or the STORY, if there is no truism, no yellowback, then there's no real connection that resonates with the reader or viewer. It's the emotional part of your customer that controls all their behavior, all their thoughts, and their actions, including that important thing that we all want as running a business, the buying decision. When you think about it, shouldn't every business strategy be primarily focused on the STORY? Of course it should, because most businesses who do not use this in the way they attract have a success rate of between 1 to 5% growth. And those who try it on their own, they probably hit a very good percentage of about 20%. But there is a lot more that needs to come into fruition here. Think about what the power of storytelling actually does in terms of your business growth and sales, your profits, your brand awareness, your customer engagement, and so much more. Getting more customers in real sales no longer becomes hard. Having true loyal customers is a breeze, as your customers become your talk of the town billboards. However, these 5 things have to be done together. An ad hoc approach does not work. Think of this. The reason why you're here today, and for those of you who return regularly, you will understand this more. It is because of the power words of Nick Cree's Smash It. That attracts you. And through Nick's amazing resources, he harnesses, then develops the relationship with you, and then continues that streamline of enhancing your experience. Now think of how Nick does this, through a visual experience. What Nick is doing, and he's doing a darn good job at this, is he is telling a story. He's telling his story that becomes your story, and that is his brand. It's his product. And through the power of Nick's unique storytelling, he's harnessing the power of the relationship with you. And that's why you keep coming back. Remember, people buy off emotion, and they justify it with logic. So what I would like to do right now is bring this all together for you guys. Let me show you how all the power of storytelling, the STORY combined, will blow your mind when it comes to understanding your potential growth and the actual figures of that growth. Now, there are 3 types of people who could, should, and would be your customer. I like to call them your audience. Firstly, the watchers. They are the customers who like to see others have what you offer. They talk about it, however, it's not really a priority for them. We know them as window shoppers. Then we have the wanters. Oh yes, they desire what you have. They do want it. It's a bit of a priority, but the problem is they have obstacles in their life. In the way, it could be time. Maybe it's not the right moment. They need to get approval from their better half. maybe they can get it elsewhere. For them, it's all about wanting and not necessarily having. And then we have the doers. Oh, I love these kind of people, without a doubt. They will do what needs to be done to get what you have. And you and all your business days would have experienced people who are doers. They come in, they know what they want, they buy it, they say thank you, and then they move on. The only thing is that the doers would like to see if the price is right, if there's a good fit. And most businesses and owners, they search for and want doers. And why not? These are the people who bring in the real money for your business. They are the ones who will buy without you having to do anything. Shock moment. Only 2% of these doer type people out in the market are there every day. And no business can survive with this percentage level. 98% of your daily customers, guys, will be these types of people, watchers and wanters. If you don't have a way to nurture them, the S in STORY, you're already going down the river without a paddle or motor. And this is without even looking at the other 4 elements to help grow your business. Businesses are a number game. In running a business, it's important to understand how to play the game of numbers and how to make sure you win each and every round, each and every moment. So let's look at the numbers. If you have a pen and paper in front of you, awesome, guys. If not, feel free to use a calculator or your smartphone. Every smartphone has a calculator these days. Or if you're good at it or wish to be good at it, go ahead and do this in your head. Firstly, if I was to say to you in 12 months, how much do you want your business to make? What would it be? Now, there's no right or wrong answer here. Only what you believe you're willing to do to make your business grow. Now, as an example, I'm going to write down 250,000. And this is what most businesses should be striving for. If your business is striving for less than 250,000 in a 12-month period, I would encourage you to relook at your business plan. Now, the second thing is, what is the average price per customer your customer needs to pay to buy the product or service that you provide them? What would that be? Now, in my example, I'm going to put down $125 as an average price. If you have many different products or services that you sell, select the average price of all of them and just put down on your calculator or on a piece of paper just that single average price. That's very good, Jeffrey. That's the way to be a successful business person. Now take the first number you wrote down, your total gross income that you wish to achieve or reach, and divide it by the average price of a single product. What is the result? Now, this number is the number of purchases in 1 year you need to reach your goal. I like to call this the NOPERS. And what NOPERS stands for is the number of potential customers. In my example, that's going to be 2,000. We now use the rule of 1 to 3. We use this equation because scientifically, there are 3 types of consumers that walk into your business, that look at your product or are interested in what you have to offer every moment of every day. So multiply your NOPERS by 3. Again, in my example, it comes to 6,000. Now, this is the number of the actual potential customers you need to reach your 12-month goal. And that means a possible break-even year. You've balanced the book sheets, guys, but the game's not over. The finishing line is miles away from where you are now. If a business was to operate just on these break-even numbers alone, you would simply be living as you are now. There would be no change, or worse, it could get harder than what it is now. So let's go back and look at those 3 people. We have the watchers, and they, remember, are the hardest to sell at. The wanters, who are unsure and may or may not buy. And the very small percentage of the doers, who are ultimately your best customers. But there's only a small percentage of them in the consumer world. Now, here's the thing about watchers and the aspect of the power of storytelling. Watchers enjoy powerful stories that increases their interest and connection to a business or product by 2,400%. Now, multiply the last number of potential customers you need to break even by 240. What is the number you now have? In my example, that means I've increased the number of watchers exponentially to 1.44 million new customers just through a teaser. So we've done our plan, the S, we're now doing the teaser. Remember those wanters? Well, they statistically love watching powerful, resonating aspects in production-like videos that increase purchase intent by 97%. Now multiply the last number that you had by 0.97. What number do you have now? Using my example to make it easy for you guys, it's 1.396 million wanters. And for doers, statistically, 72% of doer-like customers would rather have a video explaining a product or service than any other means. They don't go look at print magazines or media or social media click ads. Now multiply the last number by 0.72. What number do you have now? And again, using my example to make it easy, it makes 1.005 million people. So what does this all mean? What is the idea of power storytelling with all these figures? Well, guys, what it shows is that through the harnessing of the power of storytelling, this is now the O, the ovation. And if you remember, the O was about the enthusiasm and appreciation. We have converted 1.4 million watchers to connect with our business by making them want more. You've moved the converted watchers into wanters and made the wanters more intent on buying what you offer. In all, you've increased your nopers from that small break-even number to over 2.7+ million people just using 3 parts of the power of storytelling. Now, your numbers will probably be more or close to what I said, depending on the numbers you started off with in the beginning. And by using the power of storytelling, the STORY, you have turned the wanters, the watchers, the converted watchers and wanters into doers who will now buy your product. If we add all these numbers together, it means that your business potentially at bare minimum now has over 4 million new customers wanting, needing, desiring, buying, and talking about your product. And that is the R, the resonating. Now, these numbers right now, I know, I get it. You're probably going, they're all unbelievable. You may be thinking, well, Steve, that only works because of how you use the multiplication factor. And you would be absolutely wrong. These are actually real statistical figures, guys, that can be justified by 3 examples. Coca-Cola sells 1.7 billion cans a year, making $131 million a day in sales. McDonald's sells 900 million Big Macs. Microsoft sells enough products to have a $1.97 trillion market cap. The numbers do not lie. And the big companies, they know the formula. They know the strategic plan, and they actively use all the 4 things that I've shared with you today to be where they are, the great place they're going to be tomorrow, and the day after that, and so on. They know it, they trust it, and they continue to like it. Now, the question is, are you doing that right now? So before we move any further, let me know what is your biggest insight so far? The thing you most understood. In fact, let's go deeper, guys. Go ahead and tell me on the chat box, what is the thing you're most excited about that you can implement into your business right now or tomorrow, in the hour, or within the week? Go ahead, let me hear some stuff. Yep, I can definitely do that percentage again. Absolutely, Dion. Let them know. Well done, Peter. It's about that resonating. Awesome work, guys. That is exciting to see. So let us recap. What is it that successful businesses, profitable businesses, cash-making businesses do so well to be financially free? They have an oversubscribed lineup of powerful stories to share. They have ranting, raving, loyal, walking billboards, which is their audience. And they have a business product that impacts, creates rippled moments in their audience's lives. Now, in order to have a business that is in the top 2% of the world's multi-million excellence, you have to have the capacity to activate extraordinary moments throughout your business. Now, I can confidently say, in comparison, a lot of businesses and their level of extraordinary at the moment compared to those in the top 2% of the successful wow is so far apart. And this is not a bad thing, guys. It is an impact moment right now for you to be able to see that you can make a change to grow your business and be part of the 2% of the world's multi-million, if not billion-dollar success stories. Activating magical story moments is not about what you do. It is about, in fact, it has to be about the emotional charge you put people in. That is the difference between being in the bottom 98% of businesses that are failing or growing so slow, or the top 2% of businesses that have wealth that you aspire to, and I know so badly dream of, if not wish to have. Again, activating magical story moments is not about what you do. It has to be the emotional connection. Those 4 things, guys, STOR. I'm going to get to the why very soon, and I'll explain why the why is so important. So let us ponder on this statement alone as I pass the baton over to my partner in success and world-renowned indie producer, David Phillips, who's actually going to demonstrate the why, how it all works, and how easy it is to implement into your business without already adding to your already busy workload. So let me just stop sharing my screen for a moment. Awesome. Okay, and over to you, David.
Thank you, Steve. And good evening, everyone. And I'm just going to share my screen with you because I have something I'd like to play for you all. I can't strong skip. Haven't shared yet?
Screen not sharing.
Just give me a moment. Screen. How's that?
Hello? Sir?
Strong skin latte, please.
Sorry, could you repeat that, please? Sir, did you say strong skin latte?
Yeah, medium, please.
Cafe. We're coffee people.
With Google Ads, we know that our customers are
So there's the power of storytelling in 60 seconds from one of the smartest and most successful companies around. So I want you all to just compare that to your normal product placement or boring old special offer style advertising. So give me either a thumbs up for yes or a thumbs down for no. Now, in regard of the company that did that promotion we've just seen, let me ask a few questions. Did they once mention their name? Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. I see the thumbs down. Was there any offer, any mention of a special offer? For example, cafe latte, $1.99 till the end of the week. Yep, thumbs down from everyone. Mm-hmm. Did anyone on seeing that commercial think, ooh, I'd like a coffee right now? I see we've got a couple out there. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Now, tell me this. How many people after seeing that commercial know that McDonald's has a McCafe that serves cafe latte? Thumbs up, that's it. Thumbs up from everyone. Absolutely. And all this resulted from a simple story about a father who wants a coffee but does not want to wake up his sleeping daughter, and all the employees of the establishment who come together to help him solve his issue. And all achieved in a 1-minute teaser. Now, a teaser is similar to a movie trailer. I'm sure you're all familiar with a movie trailer. Yes, let me see a show of hands. Everyone knows what a movie trailer is. A teaser or a trailer, it's designed to hook you in and to pique your interest. Now, even though that promotion came out in 2018, that's nearly 4 years ago, I still recall it as fresh today as the day I saw it. And that's because it impacted me, it resonated with me. Hey, I wanted that father to get his latte. And that is the power of storytelling. And we just love storytelling. In fact, McDonald's own tagline, I'm loving it. You see how they know the secret of power words in their power story. So I'd like you all to think for a moment about how all those lovely ladies were the heroes in the story of the father who wants a latte, but does not want to wake up his sleeping daughter. And how would you like to be the hero of your business today? The fact is, everybody has a story to tell, but unfortunately, not everyone knows how to tell a good story, or they simply don't have the necessary skill to do so. I recall the story of why Burger King is known as Hungry Jack's in Australia. Now, it turned out that a local company had already trademarked the name Burger King. And when Burger King US came to Australia, the story of the Burger King in Adelaide came out. Now, they had a menu that was a lot similar to a walk-in restaurant as opposed to fast food. They had many specialized burgers, and one was the house special, which was the burger with the lot, and that included a runny egg on the top. When I saw that on TV, I wanted one straight away. The only problem was Burger King was in Adelaide, and I was in Queensland at the time at university, and I was stone broke. I couldn't even afford the burger, let alone the fare to get to Adelaide. But I do ask the question as to why did Burger King Adelaide not tell their story? Now, not that much has changed. Why shouldn't the burger joint on the corner in Adelaide, or St. Kilda in Melbourne, or Bondi Beach in Sydney tell their story to the whole world? People visit these places every day. What I find so sad is how businesses that were once running, that had a dream, had a vision, had a plan, now seem to have fallen to their knees. It disappoints Steve and I when we listen to business owners who work so hard, but you do sense that they feel crushed by forces beyond their control, like the global pandemic. Now, it's true, the pandemic has affected us all, but now's the time to take back control of your own destiny. And all it takes is a slight paradigm shift in your way of thinking. People forget, or they're simply not aware, that stories validate us. Exactly in the same way that a great movie resonates, gets everyone talking about it. And this is the reason why a powerful and punchy teaser of your business can resonate with customers. Old and new, it improves brand exposure and increases customer engagement. And this all leads to more customer loyalty, which we know is one of the rules of business success. Many business owners and entrepreneurs show an immense fear of doing what the multi-million-dollar company do, because they're either just too time poor, they don't have the expertise, or it's completely out of their budget. Most people feel that any promotion is expensive and that you need hundreds and thousands of dollars, but this is not true. And whether you favor a 30-second instant oomph teaser up to the full 3-minute blockbuster, remember, it's your business story. And if you believe in your story, as I know you all do, then just leverage the expertise of telling your story to a wider audience. The increase in exposure leads to more customer engagement. This leads to more sales and eventually financial freedom, which is what we all want, correct? Now, I don't need to see a show of hands for that, do I? So what exactly then is the power of storytelling, and how does it provide a competitive edge? The power of storytelling is a teaser of your business that is created, showcased on digital media, exposing your product to a wider audience. And the competitive edge is a professionally designed quality video perfecting the blend of film, theater, and entertainment, coupled with the latest in smartphone production technology. And following in the footsteps of the pioneers in the industry who understand the challenges that business face, our STORY methodology, which is a hidden Hollywood gem of a technique, offers the complete production solution for your teaser. And that's all the way from the inception, through script development, through the production, with all the technology, filming and equipment and manpower that you need, right through the post-production. And through the post-production, you, the business owner, remain involved through the whole process. How does this all occur? Well, first, let's look at the social media and the kind of exposure that you get. Now, TikTok alone has over 1 billion subscribers and over 15,000 viewing hours a day. This kind of exposure, there is a guaranteed increase of your customer engagement of over 4,000%. Now, the statistics here speak for themselves. Iconic Productions promotes your visual story across all social media platforms, including TikTok, and the video can also be used to target your own specific local community. And we know how important that is for today's business owners and establishments. So now back to the power of storytelling, because after all, every great story needs a starting point. Now, I'd like to ask a question here. Let me ask, when you see a great movie or a TV show, what's the first thing you do? Write your answers in the chat box. Let me see some answers. You've just seen a great movie. What's the first thing you do? Absolutely. Absolutely. There's Ray, share it. Jeffrey, spread the word, recommend it. Beautiful, Jocelyn. Absolutely beautiful. I know when I see a great movie, it's the first thing I do. I tell someone, either a family friend, a loved one, a friend. They tell someone else, who tells someone else. Word of mouth spreads, and before you know it, we have the next Hollywood blockbuster. Even before you see the movie, the first thing you see is the trailer. Now, let's not get a teaser confused with a trailer. The trailer is a short flow of the adventures of the main character and his story. Just like the trailer to Maverick. How many of you have seen the movie Maverick with Tom Cruise? Let me see a show of hands. A few, one or two, about half. Okay. How many of you have seen the trailer? Let me see a show of hands. How many of you have seen the trailer? I see quite a lot of hands going up. You know that on YouTube alone, the trailer to Maverick has nearly 40 million views. And that's what hooks you in. It piques your interest, it gets you thinking and talking about the movie, even if you don't go out and see it. And here is the great thing about the power of storytelling. While the Maverick trailer introduces us to the main characters and their story, a powerful teaser suggests what the story is about in an enticing way that engages the audience. And this is the reason why teasers are an effective tool to bring in more sales to your business. Just imagine that if the trailer has 40 million views, what might a teaser do for your sales? Could it just be the 4x of those 40 million views? You can achieve the same success using smartphone technology for just a few $1,000s and at the same time leverage the expertise in teasing your story. And as I've said before, everyone loves a good story. Stories validate us. They connect us, they emotionally charge us, and it becomes an experience that we never forget. Now, when I first saw Star Wars, and believe me, ladies and gentlemen, that event took place a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. But right there is the magic of storytelling in the movies. Because I promise you, when I saw Star Wars, I was taken to a galaxy far, far away. And I was there with my heroes every inch of the way. I believed everything I saw. And my favorite character was always Chewbacca, the giant Wookiee. I fell in love with him instantly. The reason, though, that I mentioned Star Wars is it is the most successful movie franchise of all time. Everyone knows Star Wars, generation after generation after generation, from the original to the prequels to the sequels to the merchandising. Everyone knows Star Wars. And everyone thought George Lucas was insane, and they told him to take his story elsewhere. In fact, if I may make the one comment that he got, no one wants to see Harrison Ford saving the universe with a giant Wookiee as his sidekick. And how wrong they were. George Lucas knew he had a story to tell. It just took a slight paradigm shift. It was that Walterschang moment. And that's all it takes for you, the business owner, to realize that your story can be every bit as successful as Star Wars. So with that, I'll leave you with this parting thought, and that's to go ahead, start today, and tell your story to millions of new people waiting to hear it. And take them, your new loyal paying customers, to a galaxy far, far away. Steve, with that, I'll now hand back to you. I want to thank you all for listening to my story, and I can't wait to hear yours.
Well, David, this is why I say, guys, that he is my partner in success. It could not be better said. A story could not be better spoken than what David just demonstrated. And if those businesses that are making the multi-million-dollar successes that we see every day are doing it, you need to ask yourself, what is it they're doing that your business is not doing. Because guys, it is so easy. This is why Hollywood is the only industry in the world that whether they have a massive franchise or a bomb in their premiere night, they will still hit a minimum of $20 million. Imagine what that could do for you using the power of storytelling if you just had one premiere moment of your product, your service. So coming back to me, guys, let me share my screen one more time to bring it all together as we go back into our own reunion. Let me share my screen. Okay. So imagine this. In our business and consumer world today, it is about activating the power of words, the power of storytelling, the STORY, the framework, and the moments. This is very important, guys. The moments that emotionally charge your customer's brain. This is what actually works in the power of storytelling. And these are the things that David and I have mentioned. So we're coming to the end. Why should you use the STORY? It's storyboarding, because it is the heart of growing your sales, profits, exposure, and customers. And again, if you don't believe me, just look at the successful businesses. Let's just look at one other wonderful person, Tony Robbins. All he does is talk and talk and talk, but he uses power words, and he always tells a story that resonates. And that's why he can charge $250,000 for 1 hour. Here's the thing, you can too. Because the power of storytelling is the beat to every business. When you activate the STORY, you are resonating with every person around you and those that have not yet heard you. So 3 years from now is going to happen, guys, whether we like it or not. In 3 years' time, where would you like to be thinking about the growth of your business? Would you like to have exponential growth, or good growth, or slow growth? Or would you like to have little to no growth? 3 years is inevitable. It's going to happen. You and your business will be in one of these 4 outcomes. In 1 year time, what will happen between those paths? Here we are in 2 years' time. What is the difference that you see in the 1 year time with those line paths and the 2 years? Go ahead, let me know in the chat box. What's the big, very visual difference? When you're looking at the 1 year and the 2 years and those little growth lines, what is the biggest difference that you see, guys? Absolutely. That is correct, Andrew. The difference is exactly what you guys said. And we can also see the gaps between the lines. If you do not create activating extraordinary moments with your business, the longer it takes, the harder it becomes. After 1 year, you see the gaps start to move further away from each other. And by the 3rd year, if you don't make a change, you can still run your business, but it becomes harder. In fact, it becomes 365 days times 3 harder. And that is why statistically, most businesses crash, crumble, or become in agony by the 3rd year. It is not that you can't reach the wow moment. It's just that it becomes harder. The decision you make, the choice you make of doing things differently and activating the emotional charge is what is going to help you be successful. And if you are going to go down that path of scalability into phenomenal growth, you need to change your Weltanschauung. It can no longer be about the product or the service. It is about your story, because it's your story, your business story, your product story, your service story that is the truth of what people will actually resonate, to appreciate, to be teased, and then buy. It is one of the many secrets, guys, that I continue to share with everyone that actually speaks to me or that asks questions in our own phone calls and conversations. Everyone right here, right now, is in the blue part of here you are now. And once again, the only difference between moving to the phenomenal growth and no growth is the decision you decide to do differently. And that decision, believe it or not, guys, it's the power of the word that says, I will do what needs to be done. It doesn't need to be hard. Worrying about problems is not helpful. Success comes from being an active participant in solving the challenges you have and realizing and knowing what you're not doing that is keeping you from where you would like to be. So here at Iconic Productions, we offer 4 very affordable packages that are tailor-made specifically to each business's unique story that you can actually choose from. We like to call it our 30-second instant oomph. And this basically just says, hey, I'm here, check me out. Very powerful. Our 60 seconds wow info, our 180-second blockbuster, and that tends to be the standard when it comes to teasers. And our ultimate hit, 600 seconds of unbelievable power story. Of course, we also do offer the advanced productions and the add-ons with some of our bigger customers, and you too can have that option as well. Now, what we're offering today for all of Nick's incredible viewers, and you guys are all incredible business entrepreneurs and business owners, is for our first 2 packages, the Instant Oomph and the Wow Info, we will give that to you for 10% of the actual price shown there. Keep in mind, those prices do not include GST, so you would have to add the GST to that. Now, here's the great thing. We will offer 30%. Yes, you heard it, guys. 30%, because Nick is an amazing person and you guys are amazing people, off our top 2 tier programs. So the 180-second and our 600-second ultimate hit, that's 30% off the actual price. Now, if you're not ready to make that choice right now, or you need more time, that's cool, because we also do a free, no obligation consultation with our event managers. And David's going to actually copy and paste that into the chat box. So if you want more information, they are Australian dollars, guys. We do have an American-based company as well, but those prices are Australian. And if you look at those prices, guys, and then you think, oh my God, McDonald's spends 1.6 million on a marketing ad that goes for 2 months, you freak out. Keep in mind that all those packages gives you 30 days free distribution across visual media. That's 30 days that we will distribute your story to billions of people on our own membership and our connection with our digital media specialists. Now, don't forget, David's put up that link there. So if you just want more information, you want us to help you go to the next level, it's a free, no obligation meeting. So in saying all that, guys, firstly, I want to thank Nick for giving us this opportunity and to bring value to you guys. I've been on this podcast now twice, and out of all the places I've been to, the one thing Nick does is he tells a story that really hits my heart. He's an amazing guy. He has value. And the thing is that the loving thing that Nick does is he's here to help. So for all you guys here today, and for all those listening on Facebook Live, we really appreciate this opportunity. And I just want to give Nick a huge round of applause, because he does not get anything out of bringing you guys great success. So let's give Nick a massive round of applause. In saying that, guys, and as I come to the close, we too are here to bring value to what you do. We're here to fast track your results. And as most businesses will see, it's all about relationships. And like David said, this could be the start of ours. So remember that by creating deep emotional bonds with your customers, you will allow your customers to come to know you, listen to you, hear you, choose to be part of you, share you, promote you, talk to you. I think you guys are getting the idea. And at the very end of it, they will buy from you. We guarantee it because Hollywood shows it. Coca-Cola is there. Every successful business uses the 5-step process. And you don't need, guys, $100,000, millions of dollars to make a marketing commercial. That is a massive lie when you actually are out there trying to get your business going. You can achieve the same results with just a few thousands of dollars. Now, the thing is, remember that in life, whether it's business or your own personal life, there's always 3 decisions. There's always one decision away from having a totally different experience. And for us at Iconic Productions, there are 3 possible decisions that can help you reach your financial success in your business today. One of it, guys, is lights, camera, action. Hey, let's start the story going. This is just the beginning, guys. A story never ends, just like our lives continue until the lights go out. We can help you increase your profits. The second decision is maybe you want to inquire more about the power of storytelling. So go ahead, watch our free brief on how the power of storytelling gives people the competitive edge, and it's more detailed than what we have been able to do today. And thirdly, guys, why not join us on our own next Hollywood style synergy party where we actually chill out, chat, share, and see the power of storytelling in action. So why not go to our website, discover how you can change your business wealth, how you can improve your business exposure and harness your customer engagement. And guys, I know it, and I know you know it. How about finally join us and reach the financial freedom that you have worked for and you deserve. Thank you once again, guys, and I happily return the power back to the amazing and wonderful Nick Cree. Once more, guys, a huge round of applause for this amazing person. Thank you so much.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you very much, Steve and David. That is has been incredible, actually. I love that concept of story. I didn't realize sort of Hollywood used that formula, but now that I know it, I think that we can really produce some iconic stories. So thank you very much for sharing that, all your wisdom tonight. And someone, I think Peter was just asking, what was that offer again that you had for everyone? Do you want to just repeat that?
Let me come off mute. Okay, so that offer is the first 2 packages, our 30-second and our 1 minute, the instant oomph and the wow info. That's 10% off the actual price that was shown there. And our 30% off our top 2 tier programs, which was our 3-minute, which is the real teaser. It's the blockbuster, and 30% off our ultimate hit, which is 10 minutes. And guys, the other important thing, which I didn't mention in there, is we work with you. So it's tailor-made to your story. And we have 27 departments of manpower. So we provide everything you need to tell your story. And you don't have to pay a single dollar on top of those package programs.
Excellent, thank you. David's just popping those into chat as well too. So probably now's a good time, or very shortly is a good time to save the chat with those 3 little dots down the bottom right-hand side. If you have already saved it, that's all right. When you click it again, it will progressively save it over the top. So you'll have everything from tonight. And there we go. There's the website to get in touch with Steve and David as well too. Now you do have a special prize tonight to give away as well too. Is that right?
That is absolutely correct, guys. We have a program that we often give out. It's $295, Nick. I'm still off mute. Good. So we have a program that we give out to amazing people that it's normally $295. And it actually gives you 18 pages of an executive producer's and a senior producer's tips on how you can actually create not video content, but actually create a professional style teaser of your story on your own. And we're doing that, Nick, for your viewers for free.
Awesome. So we've got a special way of drawing that. And Oh, can you see our screen with a wheel of names on it? I think you can, can't you? Yes, perfect. Excellent. So everybody's name is in here. So one lucky person is going to be the winner of this tonight. So let's spin the wheel and see who that is. Drum roll, please. And our lucky winner is Michael Reed. Of course, you got to be in the room.
Oh, I'm here, all right. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Michael. And Michael, I just saw your note there. You want a rendition of Scooby-Doo. So Nick,
I
is it
do.
okay if I do it?
Oh, I'd love you to.
Nick, is that okay?
Go ahead.
Okay, here we go. Right, I'm scared. That's very good, right, Michael?
Awesome. Excellent. Oh, well, I'm pleased to know that we've had Scooby-Doo on this show tonight. So thanks for bringing that dog as well, too.
Thank you.
Okay. So once again, thanks very much, Steve and David, for coming along tonight. It's been a sensational night. And just looking at all the comments that are coming through there, I know that people have taken away some incredible value from tonight. I would encourage you to book in a chat with these guys. I've spoken with them as well. They really know their craft, and I have just learned a ton of both of these guys, both tonight and also my conversations previously as well too. And they definitely are a master of their trade. So go and book in a chat with them. Well worth doing that. And if you've enjoyed tonight and you missed some parts or you came late, because I know a couple of people did, it is going to be up on YouTube tomorrow. So if you go to YouTube, look for SmashGo, the SmashGo YouTube channel. In fact, it's in chat right now. You can click on it and you can subscribe. And when you do subscribe, also click the bell beside the subscribe button, and then you'll get a notification as soon as it's been uploaded. So it should be uploaded by later on tomorrow afternoon. Remember, if you're not a member of the Business Owners Smashing Online Facebook group, now's the time to join. That's where we post some of the snippets from tonight. We announce the next events as well. That all happens in our group. And love you to share what you discovered in those online tools and apps. So those little things or the secrets there that you find there, share those in there. And if you do have an online tool or app that you think is an essential one, share it with me, share it in Business Owners Smashing Online, the group. If I feature it here as well too, I'll mention that it came from you. And there's one other thing, and that is this Thursday at 12 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time. There is a half-hour session for the local business growth lunchtime webinar series. So we have some professional business people there who are talking about how to prepare your business for what looks to be the oncoming recession. So if the recession comes, you can do some things there to prepare your business for it so that you are successful through it. If it doesn't come, good news. You've improved your business anyway, and you're going to be successful even more during that time as well too. So that is this Thursday, September the 22nd at 12 o'clock. It's only half an hour, Australian Eastern Standard Time. So once again, let's put our hands together for David and Steve, and thank you for coming along tonight. Thank you everybody for participating and coming along tonight as well too. Hope you enjoyed it, and look forward to seeing you all back again, same time, same place next week. Have a good night.